Hey, what is going on, my friend? And welcome to another episode of Unlocking Excellence with your main man. It's me, it's Eric. What is up? How are you doing today? Welcome to the podcast. If this is your first time listening, welcome. If I could give you a high five, I'd give you a high five right now because I love giving high fives. So check it out with this podcast with this podcast, Unlocking Excellence. What we do is we unlock excellence. We look at different keys that can open the door to excellence in your life, right? Different tips, different tricks, different behaviors, different thoughts, different content. We go all over the place with this, right? We have a lot of fun while doing it. I would encourage you to start with episode one, the intro, and then make your way up through. But you can also pick and choose, right? Like a sniper, you can just pick one or two of these bad boys, get what you need to out of it. I do my best to keep them short and sweet. So if you enjoy this, share it out, right? That's the only fee that I have. The only thing that I ask for is that you share it out, maybe tag me. Oh, and write like a little review, right? So if it's a review in Apple, that's great. On Spotify, wherever that is. But whenever you share this out, be sure to let the people you share this with know what you got out of it, right? What is your insight? What is your breakthrough? How is it that you improved or are going to use what it is that you learned here in order to make things better, right? So these last couple of days, these last couple of podcasts, we've been going over the Florence Scovel Shinn, outline, and we're going to hit on that uno mas one more time. Well, not one more time. We have a few more chapters to go, right? We have chapter 5. We went through chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're about to hit chapter 5 today. And then we have 6, 7, 8. How far do we go? I think it's 10, 9, 10. Yep, we've got 10 chapters, right? So we are about to hit our halfway point, and this one is short and sweet, okay? This one's really short and sweet. It looks like chapter 5 is short and sweet, chapter 6 is short and sweet, 7 is a little longer, 8, 9, and 10 are a bit longer, which is going to be great, right? Because if you've listened to 1 through 3, like I've re-listened to it and I'm catching things that I was not catching before, right? And it's really nice to be able to have not only the outline available, right, auditorily, but also to have it in front of me. So if that's something that you're looking for, that's something that you need, you want to have that in front of you too, just let me know and I can send it over to you. And I think that covers about that, right? So what we're doing right now with the outline is we are giving you the blueprint to be financially successful, to have a firm foundation for your finances and really in life, right? Really in life through all the years that you've got left on this earth and even beyond that, because this is spiritual training, y'all. And if you have your spirit right, then the body's going to follow. As above, so below, as within, so without. So when things are good on the inside, when things are good above in heaven, things are going to be good down below here on earth. And when things are good internally, they're going to be done externally. A lot of times people don't realize the reason why they are not doing as well as they want to externally, like with their finances, with their relationships and all that, is because they don't have a great relationship with themselves, like at a foundational level, and they don't have a good relationship with Christ, with spirit, with source, with light, whatever it is that you choose to call the one God that is the totality of existence, then it's not going to work, right? A lot of times we get angry at God, at our creator. Like, why am I going to be angry for you creating me? You're like, I wouldn't be able to be angry if you didn't create me. So I'm angry at you for creating me. Like, people get lost in their shit because of Satan, right? So anyway, they don't know any better because they've been fooled and deceived. So that's why there's such a huge amount of unconditional love that comes from God and comes from our source, because like we keep getting tripped up. Why would we get mad if we just didn't know any better, right? It's like a kid. A kid is a kid. You're not going to get mad at a kid just because they don't know how to do something right off the bat, right? But then when they are intentionally doing the wrong shit, that's when you got to watch out. But if they're just ignorant, if they just don't know, then they've got to learn, right? Awareness, understanding, and knowledge. So diving into this, y'all, chapter 5, chapter 5, the law of karma, and the law of forgiveness. Oh, I already have a feeling this one's going to be really fucking good. All right. The law of karma and the law of the law of forgiveness, the law of karma and the law of forgiveness. Number 1, the game of life is a game of boomerangs. We receive what we give. The game of life is a game of boomerangs. We receive what we give. Okay. We receive what we give. We receive what we give. Number 2, Jesus Christ, JC. He ended up saying something along the lines of, you will know the truth and the truth will make you free. Knowledge of spiritual law makes freedom in the world possible. Yes, it does. Number 1, the game of life is a game of boomerangs. We receive what we give. We receive what we give. Jesus Christ, you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free. Knowledge of spiritual law makes freedom in this world possible. Knowledge of spiritual law makes freedom in this world possible. Using the spiritual principles. Number 3, using the spiritual principles, people can get what is not theirs by divine right. Number 3, using the principles, people can get what is not theirs by divine right. But those who are immersed in spiritual law are immune to such effects, immune to the law of karma. Number 3, using the spiritual principles, people can get what is not theirs by divine right. People that abuse it, right? But those who are immersed in spiritual law are immune to such effects, immune to the law of karma. Number 4, the most important step in demonstrating is the first step. Ask aright. Number 4, the most important step in demonstrating is the first step. Ask aright. Only demand that which is yours by divine right. I put this situation in the hands of divine wisdom. I bless it and do not resist. Then stand still and wait in confidence for your perfect results. You see, a lot of times people are trying to get things that aren't theirs, and they'll do whatever they got to do in order to get it, right? That ends up putting them in kind of compromising positions that, they don't necessarily really need to be in. So with that, make sure that you are showing up for yourself, that you're giving to yourself, and that you're praying for what is yours divine right? Try not to do your best not to go against spiritual law. If you do, forgiveness, right? So using the spiritual principles, people can get what is not theirs by divine right. Oh, this is where we are. The most important step is demonstrating the first step, ask aright. Only demand what is yours by divine right. And you can say it like this, quote, I put this situation in the hands of divine wisdom. I bless it and do not resist, end quote. I put this situation in the hands of divine wisdom and I bless it and I do not resist. See, that's hard for a lot of people because it's that simple, yo. It's that simple. It's that simple. Then stand still and wait in confidence for your perfect result. Stand still and wait in confidence for your perfect result. Number 5, the law knows nothing about jokes. The law knows nothing about jokes. Stop playing with yourself in this clown world. It doesn't get it. You got to be real. There can be laughter, but it don't get jokes. So these self-deprecating jokes and self-deprecating humor and all the bullshit where you joke about lack and you joke about not enough, or you joke about all the other bullies and you joke about other people's drama and other people's chaos, and because it makes you feel superior, or because whatever reason you have a certain opinion and you're sharing that with somebody and it's like, look at their life, like, Number 6, Christianity revealed the law of forgiveness by which we can neutralize our mistakes. By the higher law of grace and forgiveness, we can neutralize karma, cause, and effect. Christianity revealed the law of forgiveness by which we can neutralize our mistakes. By the higher law of grace and forgiveness, we can neutralize karma and cause and effect. That was really good. By the higher law of grace and forgiveness, we can neutralize karma and cause effect. Forgive. If some shit's bothering you, forgive. And if you did something wrong, forgive yourself. Like I have a couple of habits that I'm looking to eliminate from my life because they no longer serve me. And there's still some days where I still do those habits, right? And immediately when I do, what I do is I ask for forgiveness. I repent. I say, hey, I need help with this. Cast out this habit, right? Give me the strength to cast out this habit that's no longer serving me. And that's with anything, right? That's with thinking, that's with habits, that's with other people's energy in my life, like too tight of muscles. Like my muscles are ill aligned. I need, dear Lord, bring me into a divine alignment, bring my body into divine alignment, like full surrender and reliance upon God and of the spirit. And that allows my physical body and everything else to align too. Like when I tell you, like my physical body was out of alignment. Like my feet weren't hitting the right way. My muscles were tight. When I literally tell you my right side and my left side felt completely different and look completely different if you put them side by side, like you can't tell when they're together, but then you look at one side, you look at the other, complete different. It's like two different spirits, two different people were living in one body. And now it's finally starting to even out, right? Financial success depends on being orderly in your affairs and home and dressing well. Financial success depends on being orderly in your home and affairs and dressing well. Gifts are spiritual investments. Don't ignore your hunches about spending and giving. Saving and hoarding lead to loss. Financial success depends on being orderly in your affairs and home, dressing well. Gifts are spiritual investments. Don't ignore your hunches and spendings. Saving and hoarding lead to loss. I think I said when I went, because I know a few hoarders and I know a few people who say save, 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 save. And then when I've heard a bunch of times, you save for a rainy day, then you're creating a rainy day. So interesting. Do the things that intuitively make you feel rich. What makes you feel rich, boo? Do those things more often. Okay? Man's supply is inexhaustible and unfailing when fully trusted. Oh, my heart. Man's supply is inexhaustible and unfailing when fully trusted. Man's supply is inexhaustible. Man's supply is inexhaustible. Man's supply is inexhaustible when he's fully trusted. And unfailing, inexhaustible and unfailing when fully trusted. Inexhaustible and unfailing when fully trusted. Be it done according to your faith, which is the substance of things hoped for. Be it done according to your faith, which is the substance of things hoped for. And I think that's all too true too, y'all. Like I read my Bible pretty much every day. Old Testament, Proverbs, New Testament, or Gospel, and then New Testament. And one thing that I'm learning for sure is you are healed according to your level of faith. You can say to a mountain, get up, and it'll cast itself into the lake. And but it'll only happen if you believe it in the level that you believe it to, and And we've been infected with doubt and deception and inversion and all this shit. So the real work is getting back to the point where you realize of how strong of a connection that you have with God, and that you are God in the individualization of God. And once we start to realize that we are the divine creator having a human experience, and we forget about the good and the evil, and we see that there's just one God, there's just one power, there's nothing to be afraid of, nothing to resist, and everything to surrender to. And that's the real work, and that's what I'm working on, my friend. That's where I want to be, and who I want to be is fully immersed with God, right? Not it's together but separate, because we're all one in the body of Christ. So to truly believe that, to truly warrant that, and to be able to share that with the world, I like that is my fucking dream, and it's happening right here and now. I'm making it happen, and millions are going to be able to hear this and be brought to Christ. And one thing that I'm learning too is I've been holding myself back because I didn't think that I'd be able to handle being heard by millions. But now, like, I'm cool with it, like, I don't have to change. I can still be me, and millions of people can still listen. I can still be me, and thousands upon millions can still be helped. So with that, I am speaking it into existence, abracadabra, that my voice will be able to reach millions. My presence will be able to reach millions. And it's not me, right? But it's God who's working through me, Christ who's working through me. And through that law of non-resistance, we're going to impact the world. So if you listen this far and you're excited about that message, I'm speaking truth to you, man. I'm woman, friend. I'm speaking truth that there's something that's happening, this awareness of Christ within, and it's beginning to grow. And if you want to be a part of that, hit me up and we can talk more about what that will look like, whether it's you want to be involved in coaching, you want to get coaching, or you want to just see what's up and helping the world, because that's what I have. I have a big fucking vision in mind, and I know I'm not going to be able to do that on my own. And I know I only need one person, and that's the big God, right? The big God right there, because there's only one power, and through that power, a lot of things are gonna take place. So I thank you, I bless you, abracadabra, I love you, and let's do this, right? Quick, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is, and on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, for we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, Lord, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. In Christ's name, I pray, you pray, amen. It is going to be great. So be sure to stay tuned. We got 5 more chapters of this left, and it is going to be phenomenal. Next chapter, chapter 6, casting the burden, impressing the subconscious. Ready for this?